I love the BBC.
We recording? Oh,
we ready, bro. We ready, bro. We
Oh,
recording.
okay. I was waiting for the signal. Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I'm your host of Cultural Commentary, Chaser Dark Sage, here with my co-host
T.
And we have a special guest on the show, someone whose album we actually reviewed, and he's releasing another album soon, 9/29, which is my fiance's birthday, by the way. But they have a whole movement happening over there for 9/29. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the people, Four.
Like you said, my name is Four, co-host of Potty Mouth. You guys have seen Dom on here. Dom's co-host. We used to do hip hop videos, and then it got a little nasty. Now we're mostly talking about society and culture and politics. And YouTube.com/potty at Potty Mouth TV. We do like 3 pods a week for a month. That's like $5. You can start with like $5 a month, and you get 1 episode a week. You get up to 3 a week, $20 a month. Patreon.com/pottymouth. I also go live on Twitch, twitch.tv/pottymouth streams. I'm way less good at this than Dom, but that's fine. I'm just here representing Potty Mouth. It's so funny. Last time that the Dom was here, he, I guess, requested to be on because you guys were reviewing my album. I had no idea that he was fucking doing that, and then the fucking review dropped, and he's just there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Dom also reviewing the album? That was so weird. But yeah, no, we fuck with y'all. We fuck with the BBC boys, you know what I'm saying? Beyond Beats and Culture. Greatest hip-hop show on the planet.
Hey, thank you, bro. Another Kawinky ding, bro. 4 is our 4th guest. That's crazy.
Wow. That's insane. This is insane.
Crazy.
The stars are aligning.
The 4th guest.
I was like, yo, I was thinking, I was like, bro, the 4, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah. Like the prophecy foretold.
Yeah.
Oh man. But before we actually get into the show, make sure you do the usual YouTube stuff. Like the video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and check out the description where the timestamps is, where all the social links is, and we'll also add Potty Mouth's social links and the YouTube channels on the description as well. So before we get into today's show, how have you guys been? B, how have you been first?
I've been all right, man. I've been locking in the dad duty, like I said, off camera, trying to get my son, hooked on phonics, you know what I'm saying? Teaching him how to read, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching a little football Saturday. So Saturday college football, that's my thing. But I went to a wedding over the weekend. Oh my God. Spanish weddings are wild. They don't stop partying, bro. We had to get out of there. Look, I was trying to leave. We was there about 3 hours. I walk up to the bride and the groom. I'm like, hey, yo, trying to head out. It's like, y'all don't want to leave before y'all eat. I'm like, hey, yo, it's taking a while for this food to get out here, bro. I'm starving. So the food came, we ate, and then we end up like, food was good, but we was still hungry. So me and the wifey went out, ate at a Mexican restaurant. Amazing. Katina Laredo. Remember I told you about that one, B?
Mm-hmm.
Fire. But I was sitting next to some conservative old white people. Boy, they was getting off some takes, boy. I mean, wilding over, you don't want boys being in girl sports, all this type of stuff. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, bro, none of this stuff means anything, bro. Like that's besides the point, bro. But they was being nasty in there.
What did they think about Charlie Kirk?
Oh, bro, they talking about, I didn't know he was worldwide. Bro, I was in my head. I'm like, they need a mic, bro. Put a mic in bro. These old niggas needed a mic. They was getting some takes off. They say, yeah, I didn't know he was worldwide. The president's making sure his name's alive. Like, bro, I'm right there. I'm like, bro, I'm texting my wife like, yo, these niggas is nasty. Because she could hear everything. But I was like, man, great talks, bro. I've told them I'm trying to be their manager. I'm like, bro, I need to put some mics in y'all face, bro. The old niggas is wild,
for sure,
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, for real, bro. But nah, that's how I've been. Eventful weekend. What about you, For? Or you want to
go? Good weekend. Went to my niece's first birthday yesterday. All the way in fucking Mechanicsburg, which is where Shane Gillis is from. It's like 2 hours away from Philly.
Okay.
My older sister lives like in the middle of fucking nowhere where the white people be at, like the Shane Gillis type of whites.
White people, yeah.
If you can picture that. It's Them Kind of Whites. It was cool. At 10 p.m. on the dot, the white neighbor came out and was like, "Hey, can you guys turn the noise down?" And I'm like, I looked at my phone. I'm like, it just turned 10. I feel like he had been waiting for 10 minutes in his kitchen until it was exactly 10 to come out and be like, "Hey, can you guys turn the noise down?" So that pissed me off. That was also my signal to leave. Also because I wanted to do this early. Because, by the way, 11 a.m. for me on the Eastern time is my sleep schedule is so fucked up. This is like really early for me. This is like me making an effort to get up early. That's how fucked up it is. Because I don't know. I've been going to sleep like fucking 3 a.m., 4 a.m., waking up like 12, 1. It's cooked.
Damn.
But yeah. So that's why I had to leave early from yesterday. But yeah, that was mostly my weekend, just hanging out with my niece, dealing with racist white people, and waking up early.
Man, hey, shout out to that man, bro. He said 10 p.m.
Yeah.
They're turning it down.
Yeah.
Shut it down. Hey, B, he was looking out of his blinds. He was staring. He was like, "Ooh, I can't wait. I got a few more minutes left."
Oh, they over there having too much fun. I don't like that. Bro. They be wilding. What about yourself, B?
Hey, look, I work 6 days a goddamn week, so I ain't got into nothing. I haven't even been able to play Cyberpunk this week. I got a few vinyls that came in. Victoria Monet's Jaguar 1 and 2 on vinyl. And I also got Paul Wall's The People's Champ because Get On Down did a recent repressing of it for the 20th anniversary. I talked about that. I had a Dark Sage interlude on that, so go ahead, check that video out if you want. But literally have not been into anything at all. So without further ado, B, I know, B. The job takes up all my life, but everybody warned me when you start this job, it's gonna take up all your life. Like it's like until you hit, career, your life is gone. Go ahead, say goodbye. You better not have kids because you never gonna see them. That's what they basically told me on boarding. I'm like, what?
They were telling
and
me
then once I got to the job, B.
Yeah.
And then once I got to the job, I was like, oh, I understand what they meant now. They was like, yeah, your social life cooked. Everything cooked. You don't have a life. This is your life. This is your second home right here. Even people was there telling me when I first started, go ahead, quit the podcast or start hosting the podcast here because you ain't got time for none of the outside of work. I'm like, Jesus, okay.
They say you got to host a podcast at work. It's crazy. Like
facts. I'm like, y'all Negroes just want to be on. Just say that, man. Come on. But let's go ahead and get into the actual show, B. Let's go ahead and get to the news section. We're going to talk about some new music releases and announcements. We only got 2, really. New Nicki Minaj album has been leaked or rumored to be coming out March 27, 2026. I know you're really hyped for this. This is one of your favorite rappers of all time. Go ahead and tell us why you're hyped about this.
Wow, man. Nicki Minaj. What can I say? It's so, it's just really so much. I'm a big fan of specifically late stage Nicki Minaj. That's like, that's where I feel like she really like leveled up in terms of her career, in terms of her tweets, in terms of her politics, her opinions. Man, it's like ever since she collabed with 6ix9ine, it was so awesome. No, I'm joking. It's interesting. So they're saying this is coming out March 27th of next year. That's a pretty a pretty far like kind of release date. That reminds me, there was an artist recently that did like a really long rollout. I think it was the last time I remember a rollout that long, it was Billie Eilish. I think like last year, 2024. Like she announced it like way ahead of time. Sometimes like the only people that are still doing long rollouts are like pop stars, which is interesting that Nicki Minaj is trying to do the same thing, almost kind of placing herself in that pop realm. So that's gonna be interesting if that's what she's truly doing. Maybe she's doing like a full court press, like I'm gonna make sure you listen to my album. Listen, I think a lot of people were inspired by what Clips did with the rollout. I think a lot of people are like, oh wait, you can like maximize listenership without like getting bots involved. You still might get a little bit of bots involved here and there, but people, I do think people are waking up to the idea of like, just because you can put out an album overnight, like online, because it's you're just submitted to Spotify or Apple Music, whatever. You can wait up until the last minute to upload an album. Doesn't mean you should, right? Like you should have it more together than that. So I hope if something is changing in music is that it's like, let's have a finished album that we can like actually prepare to drop and like build the world around. So that's interesting. gives me hope since it's gonna be an intentional album. But in terms of her like quality recently, I don't know if the album will actually be good.
Hey, I ain't like the Nicki Minaj album ever in my life. But
Oh,
None,
yo,
none of
yo,
them?
yo,
Okay.
never. Hey, yo, shout out to Nicki. But I know the Gorillas recently uh announced their album, and it's like sometime next year as well. So, like you said, like pop stars, rock bands, they kind of do that. They're like, hey, yo, we got an album dropping next year, and they kind of try to roll it out from there. But what Clips did was a dope. It was, even though it was just simple, they hit a lot of grassroots like places, but Nicki probably gonna do bigger stages. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she's gonna go to like, she might go to the Joe Budden podcast if it go any lower than being on like ABC or something like that, because she got a relationship with Joe Budden.
Yeah, yeah. That
Because
could be
Cardi didn't
interesting.
go. Cardi didn't go to Joe Budden pod. Because I know they used to have a relationship. I remember back in the day, she used to be on Joe Budden podcast. But she hit up, the Breakfast Clubs. She went on talk to Gayle King as she went. She moving around. But
I think
B, what
that's
you
why
think?
Joe was probably like shitting on
Yeah,
the Cardi B album a little bit. Is Joe being salty that like Cardi didn't really come through at all? I can see that.
yeah. He said he liked the album. They was on that glazing it, bro. I watched some of it, bro. That podcast, that show sucked. I ain't gonna lie. Especially adding that new chick on there, B. I was like,
that
Is that
payola
like
and that payola and
is it the
friendship.
white girl? Like the Mona?
yeah, Mona.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her though. She funny, but bro, she was talking too much, bro. She was like interrupting everybody. I'm like, God, dog, you interrupting everybody.
Yeah.
Like, jeez. But B, what you think, man? I
But
know
me,
Nicki, like that's your wifey right there. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
this podcast is, I mean, this episode right here specifically is going to be the sexist episode because I'm just out of there when it comes to female rap. Yeah.
What did you guys invite me to? Wait, why am I on the Texas episode? Wait, hold on. I don't think.
Look,
I don't
last
think
year
agreed
there
to
was
be
1
on the-
month before. Last year there was a
Hey,
whole month where I just listened to female rap albums the whole month. And
Okay.
Jesus, when people talk about brain rot, that was brain rot. I'm like, oh, and I was actually giving these albums a chance. I'm actually giving some critical analysis and critiques. I'm like,
yeah.
yo, Nicki Minaj
B,
to me only got one good rap album.
which one is that? Pink
The
Friday?
was it the Queen one, the one where it's like her like with the Egyptian garb on and stuff like that.
Queen.
With
Yeah,
Ganja
yeah. That to
Burn
me,
on
that's
there?
her
I
only
like
good
that
album.
album. I like that album. I know a
Yeah,
lot of
that's what
people
I'm saying.
didn't
It's
like
her
that
only
album.
good
I
one.
like that.
No,
No,
I don't like
because
that.
she was rapping on there, and I'm like, all right, I needed that. Everything else, the whole mixture of pop and all that, Nicki Minaj being Nicki Minaj, I don't like that. When Nicki Minaj is in the rap realm, kind of like when Doja Cat did Scarlet, I like that. But yeah, like I said, we can actually talk about some good music. A lot of stuff has been dropping from Jay Electronica. He dropped a whole bunch of music on streaming services. Jay Electronica, Harmonica, I don't know, Bonica. Yeah, how do we feel about this? You guys listen to any of this? What's up?
I want for you listen to it. If you didn't, I'll go into my shit.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, he dropped like 3 albums, right? It's a lot of
Yeah.
albums that are out now.
He said he gave Hov 19 albums and he had to pay him. I listened to the EP he put out, the Written Testament, with it Leftless or whatever. It's 29 minutes, seven songs. Most of that shit is like interludes and interviews of like freaking Minister Farrakhan. Sounds like a some type of hearing talking about aliens. I'm like, all right, Jay, you rapping? You can
So it's a
rap on here,
podcast.
bro. I hate when he do this. I'm like, he want to put interludes of like Ronald Reagan, goddamn Prince interviews. I don't like that stuff. I'm like, bro, rap. That's what I'm here for. I want to hear you rap. He got Conductor on here. He got Quinn Miller actually had a good verse on here. Even though Quinn Miller not bad, but Quinn Miller's on this joint. He had drums singing. I did not like his hook on there, but on that, this is the Written Testament joint. But it's like some leftovers from the one he put out with Hov. I guess it was cool. And the other album, remember I talked about Jay Electronica a few weeks ago. Be like, I was just going back listening to all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's
I
all
thought you
right.
pulled a few strings to get all this on the streaming services. Honestly, that's why I thought that was your work. Just like
I
the Brent
could have.
Fayez thing, I thought this was your work too.
No. I could have, but
Did
I
you
haven't.
stop the Brent Fayez album? Was that you?
No, he didn't
Oh,
stop
nah,
it.
bro.
He's the one that made Brent Fayez famous. That's the thing. That's the lore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro.
Okay,
And see, Ford don't know my lore yet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know
learn the
one day.
lore.
They gonna know
I'm
the
gonna learn
lore
the
one
lore.
day, bro. But nah, Jay Electronica, shout out to you, bro. But chill with the goddamn interludes, the hearings. Mr. Farrakhan, like I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. I grew up in that stuff, bro. These Muslim niggas be wilding. You know what I mean?
Oh, Okay, whoa. Let me say the show. It's time to say the show.
Shout out to Philly.
What? Shout out to Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, for it.
A lot of mooks in Philly.
What my book at, man? This type, like when I was born, my granddad gave me this book, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be in the mosses, Elijah. You know what I'm saying? I used to be in the mosses.
Yeah. Okay.
But what else we got?
B, I got a thing where we got albums dropping this week, right?
Yeah.
And B, I want you to give this to us, but before I want Ford to shout out, the whole 929 movement that's happening, because a lot of the PM squad is going to be dropping a whole bunch of albums. Let's put this on people's radars before we talk about the albums that's dropping this week.
All right,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Yeah, 929 is the thing we started last year, where the background is complicated, but all you need to know is that one day a year, just everybody in our community, whether you've made music before or you never made music before, you just drop either a song, EP, album, any SoundCloud, playlist, whatever you want. We all drop in the same day, and it's been awesome because last year there were so many like PMs, like potty mouths, that like we did not know made music, and then they dropped. They were like, "Wait, this is incredible music." On top of the people we already knew made music. I've recently been saying this, but I'll keep saying this. We have the best musical community on the internet. Fuck 5-star, you know what I'm saying? Like Potty Mouth has the best music on the internet. I'm stamping that. And you guys are gonna see this 929. I'm gonna be live on Twitch the night before, like at 11 p.m. on Twitch.tv/Potty Mouth streams, where like I'm gonna try to listen as many albums as I can. Here's the thing: last year, like I think 12 albums dropped, which is a lot of music to consume, and I think that number is gonna go up exponentially because we have a lot of new members in the community. So I'm not gonna be able to listen to every album on stream, but I will make the effort to do it because I think. First of all, I like listening to good music, and I do generally think we have very talented artists in our community. But also, I think it's just a cool community thing, man. And like, I already know of at least like 3 people that have never made music. They're like, you know what? I'll make a song. What's band lab? I'll get on that. I'll learn it. It's pretty easy. So yeah, 929 is gonna be stacked. That's gonna be the biggest day in Potty Mouth for the year. So yeah, that's 929. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Nah, I rock with y'all community, bro. They show us love. They come over here and watch. We interact with them on Twitter sometimes. They Pids, who else is another? Billy Cool. Yeah, they all cool people, man. I like them guys. I'm gonna check out their music too.
They're all dropping. They're all dropping.
I'm gonna check it out.
Pity,
Giz
he's dropping the commute. Gizzy is dropping 2 albums. Billy is dropping bro. Some of these people are dropping 2 albums. I mean, it's insane. I mean, it's insane. Henny is also dropping an album. He's never dropped music ever before. He's dropping music. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Right, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna check some of it out.
PM's dropping this week, and we also got a few major drops. I guess they major. I don't know. Who knows Pluto World? Pluto World from out of Atlanta. She's
Pluto's that girl, right? That made that win whammy.
Well, Pluto World is the album. Pluto is that girl. Yeah, she's I would say the hottest new female rapper that we have out right now, in my opinion.
I never checked her out, man.
Checking that out.
She's very young. She's like 19, 20. Yeah, Win Whammy, Dom and I have pretty much we gotta reconvene on this. But I do think that did end up becoming like the song of the summer, because I don't think nothing really dethroned it. I don't think anything came out to like take it off. So
is that the song that goes, she got a fatty or something like that?
No, put some Lulu on her butt. Lululemon.
I'm too old, man. I'm too old, bro.
You gotta be on TikTok. That's the problem. You not on TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok, bro.
You'll learn about Pluto with this album, though, with Pluto World. I think this should be, because I think this is going to be her real debut, because the last time was kind of like an EP that she had made before I think she got signed or had any notoriety. But now in this new album, like, she's gonna have. I think she's gonna have a lot of big features on this. She had Sexy Red on the lead single, which I really like. Sexy Red hasn't really impressed with any of her verses, but Pluto herself, I think she has a lot of presence. She sounds like youthful in a good way because it's a lot of energy in the music. It sounds fun. I don't know. I really like that Pluto girl. I really do.
That's what's up. See, all right, cool. Cause look, I'm happy we had 4 on here because I knew not much about her, bro. I heard her name floating, but I never listened to none of her music. But we got Peasy, Still Ghetto. Peasy, I think he's from Detroit, Michigan rap. He's dropping this Friday. I know none of us are probably really interested in that. Then you got probably the biggest hip hop release, Doja. Doja Cat.
That's not gonna be a hip hop album. It's gonna be an '80s disco album that will have no.
Hey, if so, I'm there. I'm there.
No,
that's
it's gonna be
That's
gonna be
what that
good.
is.
Like it's gonna be good pop music, but that's not gonna be raps. I mean, she's going completely away from the Scarlet like just rapping sound.
Has she dropped some singles for this?
Yeah, she dropped. Yeah, she did. Jealous Type was the last single she dropped, which was very poppy. I mean, and honestly, I hate to say it, it did kind of come and go. Didn't really make too much of an impact even in pop world. It is a good song, but you know, it'll be interesting to hear her like fully come back to pop. Maybe there will still be some like rap songs, but I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, I know. Then we got Young Thug. He delayed his album. You know, Big Cardi B came through. Bro got scared. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think your Cudi gonna come out? I don't think
better.
It will come out
that the features were pulled. That's what happened.
Oh,
it was rumored that a lot of the features got pulled before that.
Yeah, the Young Thug shit is so funny to me because he said like, oh, you know, it's the ladies' day. I'm not gonna interrupt it. He announced the album. Cardi B had already announced the album. The release date for Cardi's album was already out it was announced. It was coming out. He just went and like announced it without, I guess, checking that Cardi B was dropping. Then be like, oh, it's ladies' day. It's like, no, when you announced it, you were releasing the same day as her already. That was so crazy.
Bro, they do his research, bro.
You know that little meme where they put the hand on the shoulder? That's what someone did to Young Thug. Like, come on, you know Cardi's dropping that day, right? Like, come on, get out of here.
He got a little too excited with the "Miss My Dog" song. He's like, yo, this is so good. I can sell an album off this, and then realize I can't. Let me go back to the drawing board. So, it's. I think it will drop this Friday, but I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I don't know. Artists, there's been so many last minute like polls. Like Brent Faiyaz did it last week. Young Thug also, obviously. Lil Baby has yet to make an announcement of what the fuck is happening to that album that was supposed to drop 2 weeks ago.
The leaks.
I'm cool with that not dropping. I'm cool with that.
I don't know if we need that, but it's just wild to me that a lot of artists are just kind of like just not dropping and not saying anything. It's fucking crazy.
Hey, I could tell when they ain't dropping usually when it comes to marketing. That's how I felt with Brent Faiyaz. I'm like, I haven't seen him nowhere. Like I ain't seen him doing anything on no interviews, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, he's not dropping his album. He's not dropping his album. But yeah, next we got a legend. You know what I'm saying? R&B legend. We got Mariah Carey. She's dropping Here for It All. You know what I'm saying? She got what's up her hubby name right now? She got Anderson .Paak. Yeah, she got Anderson on this joint. So I don't know. I'm gonna check it out, bro. You know what I mean? I like a few Mariah Carey albums. I'm not gonna cap. You know what I'm saying? She's a legend. So I don't know if you're gonna listen to it. I know not. What's up?
No, I am interested in listening to this album because just an interesting storyline with this. You guys know she signed under Gamma?
I did not know.
Do you guys know what Gamma is?
Yeah, I know Gamma. With dude, what's his name? Jackson. I got his first name. But yeah, I know Gamma.
Trevor Jackson?
They do. Nah, not Trevor Jackson.
It's a label exec.
Nah, he's a label exec. He got 4 bats with him. He do stuff with Drake. Yeah. I know.
Sexy
Gamma.
Red.
Sexy
Gamma
Red.
is this weird. Gamma it's this weird kind of like new, like almost startup label that has promised to like change the game of music distribution. It's been really interesting to see it develop, but like you said, 4 bats, Sexy Red, Drake. That's been an interesting label that I've been keeping my eye on because I do think they're trying to do something. They're promising to evolve the way that the labels work, what it seems like a very ambitious claim. So I've been just like interested to see how they do it. But I will say that like I did know it's wild to me that the first Mariah Carey album in like how long that doesn't have anything to do with Christmas is under Gamma, and then the fact that Mariah Carey is trying to be like quote unquote relevant again. If you guys listen to her like last single or her first single, Type Dangerous, I think it was, yeah. The music video had Mr. Beast in it. Did you guys see that?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, she was like, she's like trying to be like make music in 2025. Like Mariah Carey trying to make music in 2025 is the funniest thing of all time. I will say, like, I do think she has the advantage of somebody like Anderson .Paak being probably helping with the music because he's a great artist. So he can write some good songs that feel like modern. But I don't know. I just never thought I would see Mariah Carey trying to compete in this day and age. I thought she would just forever be a legacy artist who does the Christmas song every year, and then that's it. So her dropping an actual, like, it's short, it's 11 tracks, but like her dropping an album to me was like, wow, okay. And then I saw it's under Gamma. I'm like, I need to look up the name of that guy, but it's like,
yeah, it's some Jackson. I know he. I remember he
had
did
an
an interview with Joe Budden. Yeah, I
There we
remember
go.
the interview with Joe Budden, and he did something else too that I watched. But yeah, I know about him. The Gamma stuff, man. It's, I don't know. It's they trying to like. Did they try to like put themselves at not? Oh well, we're not a label. We're like a tech company or something like that. Am I tripping?
Exactly. They're doing that thing. Yeah, it's weird. Larry Jackson, by the way, that's his name.
Larry Jackson. Okay.
Larry Jackson.
Trevor Jackson is that R&B Nickelodeon nigga.
Yeah.
Be tripping.
That's a TikTok cover. Yeah.
I thought he was signed to him. I didn't say label owner.
I was saying Jackson. No, he was I was saying I knew his last name was Jackson, the guy that owns it or whatever. But yeah. But I have one more. I have one more release that I'm gonna talk about. I'm pretty sure some more out there, but I don't care about them. I actually don't care about this one really, but I just like to show people a little love. But Soul Child, Rebirth Theory. You say you checked out Soul Child before, right, B? I don't know if we're familiar with her work.
Yeah.
She's from the Carolinas. Am I tripping?
Yeah, I believe so. So basically, if you like the Rap Cities and the J. Coles, you'll like Soul Child. I've talked about her EP, and I've talked about all the projects that she has on streaming services on the channel already before. So yeah,
she always keeps like promoting her music, putting videos out on her Twitter. She pops up on my timeline sometimes, but the music sounds good, it sounds solid. But I might check out this album, man. Like F it. This could be my introduction to it when it comes to a full body of work. For you familiar? Soul Child.
No, but I've seen that name before because when you said Soul Child, I'm like, oh, that's how that's pronounced. Because I've seen the name because it's like SOL and the child with the Y. So I have seen that name. I'm looking at the album's coming out. Drum is also on this album. Drum's been everywhere recently.
Yeah, like I said,
so many weird spots. Yeah,
he just popped out with J Electronica too. That's really weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, weird.
But yeah, that's all I got for the releases this week, man. Not really too much. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.
Well, if we're gonna go into the news section, we ain't got too much happening. There is an AI artist who recently signed a $3 million deal, Xania Monet. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I have not heard any of the music. Some of the music is on streaming services. I forgot what deal she signed to, but I saw some rumblings about it earlier this weekend, but then I really saw the whole major label thing happening. I'm just like, okay, what is happening? It's an AI powered R&B act. It signed a deal with Hollywood Media. I believe that's how you say it. But yeah, we're turning into Skynet. We've been professing this for all year, and it's finally happening.
Did y'all see? I don't know if Ford looked into it, but like, did y'all see that? That she's actually made by this poet from like Mississippi somewhere, and they tried to label this as innovation. Some black people or something like that. They was like, this black woman is innovating, and everybody was like, what? Like, but anyways, her name like Tisha something. I should have did my journalistic work on that, but I'm like, I don't care about this shit.
This is so. I'm not gonna lie. With these R&B, every time I see like a headline, I do just ignore every R&B artist. Because this happened with Timbaland not too long ago too, right? Where he signed an artist. Every time I hear these like AI artists, I just kind of like, I just sigh and move on. But I will say, I am scared of listening to their music because, like, what if this shit sounds like Normani? What if it's like not even that far away from like the music we get now? Like that's the real scary part. That's why I don't even go to listen to it. I don't even want to give it a chance because it will break my heart if I go listen to it. I'm like, this shit not bad.
That would suck. But they trying to sell this more like, oh yeah, it's a real artist behind it though. But I'm like, so then I had to go look up this artist, bro. And I love women. And I'm not going in on no woman, bro. But I'm gonna just say this. I know why she made an AI artist.
Just that's all you need to say, B? That's all you need to say?
That's all I need to say. Four.
I told you this is gonna be the sexist episode.
Why is established what I'm on, bro? Like,
I'm sorry, bro.
4. I know y'all not talking. I see that last clip of what y'all was talking about with Jimmy Fallon getting pulled down and all them sentences you had. This is light work.
No, that's true.
Hey,
this is light work, I guess.
This light work, bro. Look. 4 and Dom reminded me of me and B when we was younger. We had a podcast back in like 2018. We had podcasts like 2015. We used to be wilding. Especially, we used to say the wildest stuff. We've been misogynists. We've been Hitler. We've been Nazis. We've been all that too.
Yeah, bro.
We did it, bro.
I'm learning this is every man with a podcast. At some point, you just go full Hitler. You just start saying the craziest shit possible. It's so wild, but it's just like you just speaking into a mic, especially if you don't feel like nobody's really listening.
Right,
you really say crazy shit. I think this is a mess. This is a man thing. You just start going fucking crazy, lose your mind.
4, you in the underground right here. We the underground of YouTube, so you can get some shit off over here, bro. Nobody might, come on, bro. This the underground.
Bro, what do you want me to get off, bro? Like I don't have.
You don't have anything?
Not on top of mine. Not top of mind. But I'm glad you let me know that. I'll if I got some crazy shit up, I'll let it off in this show. Okay, good to know.
If you have anything to say, bro, that's what. Hey, Dom came over here and just say all type of hot takes. I'm like, yeah, boy,
oh, that's true. He let him out. He let them all out for sure. He just fired them back to back.
But
I feel like he had already said it, but he definitely really carefully said his Ian is a new Mac Miller take here, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he kind of went in on
Yeah, that's fun.
That was a sick ass take.
Yeah. Yeah, that's he's still. I mean, listen, I see what he's got. I see what he's referring to, but it's just like I don't know if he knows how crazy that just sounds. But
yeah,
maybe we'll look back like fucking 5 years from now, and he's doing Ian is gonna be doing jazz albums with fucking Thundercat, and we're like, whoa, I guess Dom called it. I mean, I don't know.
I hope that's not true.
I hope not either, because I'll have to be the one to listen to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be Ian and Absol just over with Soul Child in the hook. It's gonna be crazy, man.
That'll be insane, bro. Ian getting his Mac Miller bag, bro. Me with Thundercat playing the bass, that'll be insane. Yeah. Oh my god. But
man. But lastly in the news, potentially, this is rumored by Consequence, so take this with a grain of salt. Potentially, Kid Cudi was the reason that we did not get the Drake and Kanye West collab album. I know, B, that you were really angry at this. You thought this was two of the greatest artists of any generation within hip-hop not coming together just for him to go with Kid Cudi instead to make Kids See Ghosts. B, how do you feel about this?
Man, Kids See Ghosts is a classic in my eyes, man. It's personal for me. I love that album. So what Cudi did, if this is true, what Consequence said, I riding with Cudi. Cudi say he gonna, I know it can transition into the other news because it's all coincides.
Mm-hmm.
Cudi say he gonna sue this nigga, you know what I'm saying?
But is that hip hop though? Is that hip hop that if he's suing?
Yes, it's hip hop. It's the year of the lawsuit. I told you this in the beginning of the year. It's the year of the lawsuit. Everybody's getting sued. You know what I'm saying? Consequence, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of this little ugly toe look. This thing is ugly, bro. You saw him talking about you saw him on there talking about who was talking about Michael Shea.
Talking about the guy that was
SNL.
Kanye.
Talking about some. I told him we can do it here or we can take it outside, bro. Nobody worried about you, Consequence. Go sit down.
No, they worried about that overbite. They worried about them teeth. B. He might bite him.
I'm sick of that.
Mike Tyson blow to the face.
I like his debut album though. I ain't gonna lie. Don't quit your day job. It's fire. It's fire album.
So what was the reason? Because I saw that headline, but I didn't read exactly. How was Kid Cudi the reason that Kid Cudi was just like let's us do an album instead of you and Drake? Was that what happened? Is that what?
So basically, he's saying Consequence said that Kid Cudi was the reason that Kanye got on pills and went on crazy rants and got put into the psych ward. So that took him away from the music. Essentially,
wow.
that's what Consequence is saying. So,
And
he's saying Kid Cudi is the reason for that.
That's a crazy allegation to give somebody, bro. Like,
yeah, that's insane.
It's super crazy.
Basically saying he's the reason why Kanye is crazy. That's what he's saying.
Facts.
He's like, yo, Kid Cudi really made him, because it's been all downhill after that, right? Like,
facts.
It's been kind of bad after that.
Did y'all see that clip of Kanye like going crazy on Kris Jenner? When she said it doesn't matter, bro. He's like a little kid, bro, like a attention trapper. It does. I was like, I got really uncomfortable, bro. I was like, oh my God, there's something really wrong with this dude.
Yeah, that was wild. I never heard him yell that loud. But listen, he is like, I mean, to be fair, he is like definitely like bipolar, fucking damn near schizophrenic. And you see that, you're like, oh yeah, it's not a gimmick. He really is fucking crazy.
But my nigga Dave Blunt's got that nigga out of here, bro. Like he did 50.
That's right.
What I'm saying?
That's right.
Body
He's
bag.
collecting bodies. Yeah, man. What's going on?
Bro.
When are we gonna have the Dave Blunt's conversation?
His pen is different.
Bro, he is Randy Orton. He's a legend killer. I mean, what's going on? He is
RKO
collecting bodies.
Bro said, I'm not your cousin. You can't top me. I was like, all right,
bro.
bro.
That was the hook.
That was crazy. No, Dave Bless is on a different level, bro. Bro started going in. I love that. I ain't gonna lie. I played that joint, that disc like so many times. It's so funny. But man, that's about it in the news, huh? B, that we ain't got nothing else. Unless y'all want to talk about David.
I mean, I never knew who he was until this whole little controversy happened, to be real with you. So I have not much to say. I've been seeing the Twitter rumblings about it. Him having a leaked song coming out about the girl, having a girl on stream, making a song about the girl. I'm just like, this is crazy. Then the worst part, the Drake stands making it about Drake. You see this lawsuit right here? I'm like,
what?
Oh my God, no.
How did they make it about Drake?
No. I think I retweeted it last night, and I'm like, oh no. A whole bunch of stuff started flooding my I'm like, I thought I was done.
Them Drake fans, bro, like the Drake and Kendrick fans, them niggas make everything about them two niggas, bro. I'm sick of it.
Yo, the funniest thing about the David shit to me is that like, it's funny because I was aware of David before this whole thing. I actually I do think he was like an industry plant in many ways because like he had like, he was one of those artists that I don't think like many people really knew. I mean, obviously based on this news, basically nobody knew who he was, but he had like 2 million streamed songs. He had like, if you look at his like stats, it's like, this is obviously about it. Also, based on like the looks he was getting through the label, like he'll be on fucking Jimmy Kimmel performing. He'll do this. He'll have a song with this artist. It's like, okay, this is clearly a label artist, right?
Yeah.
But once all this came up, a lot of people went to go listen to it because obviously they didn't know him. And then it's like, wait, this is actually not bad music. And that's the funniest thing about this. It's like. It's like it actually like the music quality was met with like a real audience, but only after it was revealed it was a murderer and like fucking pedophile. It's crazy, like it's so wild to me. Yeah, because if you hear his music, it's like good like sad emo music.
Yeah.
It's not like a good just cry. But now you can't even hear it because like when you hear a song like "Romantic Homicide," how can you hear that song and not think of the fucking 13-year-old he killed? Like
That's the song that put me on him, what 2022, 2023. And me finding out he was from Texas, I was like, God damn, bro, you gonna do this to us? And then one thing, bro, people are on here looking for Easter eggs in the song for. They on here listen to the song like, okay, is that what he meant? You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. And they try to find that's why his numbers is going up as well. Because everybody trying to list all this music, trying to get Easter eggs. They try to find out, they try to solve the murder.
Yeah, it turned into a fucking Netflix true crime doc. Like just on our timeline. It's just people like connecting the dots. Like, is this what day was this? Like, when did she go missing? Like, oh, she was here. There's a theory that there's like a different like fucking Puerto Rican girl.
Celeste, another Celeste.
Yeah, that's like a 23-year-old and like this like I don't know. It's at this point I do want to mute his name off my timeline because like it's been like 5 straight days of people just talking about this shit. I'm like, I don't need another Discord message. I'm good.
Facts.
I get it. He was a fucking You know what I'm saying? He was a nasty
Yeah.
man. Get him out of here.
They wrapped his bodyguard into this and everything now, bro. They told me the bodyguard took her out. I'm like, what is going on, bro? My sister sending me stuff. I'm like, bro, they had him cleaning shoes. Like, these are shoes she wore in this photo of her. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah. They had the same bracelets, you know?
Yeah,
The
the shit on them on their finger.
tattoo. Yeah, it's
bro.
kind of ridiculous.
It's nasty though. Yo. Hey, I ain't gonna, I'm gonna say this here. Not allegedly, that nigga did it. But yeah, B, what's the question you gotta ask?
Yeah, he definitely
he
did.
definitely did that shit.
I have a question to ask both you guys, and it's a really important question. What have you been jamming since the last episode? I want to ask you, because you are someone on the platform that actually listens to the music. What have you been jamming for?
The last album that I really loved. So I want to say this. I think this year, the first half of the year was one of the worst years in music that I can remember in my life. It was so barren. Like, music was dropping, but there wasn't ever a single album for me, front to back, because I love listening to just like full bodies of work, like an album that like really excited me. And then like ever since like June, I forget what the album was that started it, but there was an album somewhere in June that really like started this run of albums that I've loved. And the last album that I heard is by an artist named Destin Laurel. He's like a 20-year-old. He started making music on TikTok. He's like a rapper, kind of like a melodic rapper, you would say. Started making music on TikTok. Basically the same way that a lot of younger artists did, were like, you know, during the pandemic, 2020, 2021, it's nothing to do. So they were like, let me just start making music. And so he started dropping music on TikTok when he was very young. So it was like 16, 17, 18 when he started making music. And I had always heard of his name. I had never really locked in on his discography, but he dropped this new album, Mercy. The reason I even checked it out is because I saw a trailer he put out on his TikTok. It was very like well made. It looked like a short film almost. I'm like, okay, clearly he's putting effort into his presentation. So I'm like, let me go listen to it. The album's called Mercy. It's 12 tracks. It's probably a top 5 album for me this year. It's incredible because it's also, the reason I loved it is because I think for him being so young, it was actually refreshing to see how grand he made the album. I feel like now a lot of like younger artists go for like, you know, 2-minute songs, something quick, something like, you know, hook, verse, hook. It's kind of like the standard of like a younger people music, but you could tell like he actually put effort into it. He's a producer, which changes a lot because you can really like elevate the sound of it. You're not relying on tight beats or like your music can become samey. Like he goes through a lot of different sounds that are popular right now. Like there's Jersey Club songs, there's like sexy drill songs, there's like there's a lot of different like styles of music like that, but it's elevated because he adds choirs, he adds strings. Like he actually makes it feel like epic, which again, like for somebody that likes to listen to albums, I'm like, this is what I've been missing. I want somebody that tries to give me a fucking classic that doesn't sound like Jed doing it. And by that I mean like just forced and like, you know,
I know what you mean.
It's like it actually feels organic, like he wants to make their music better. So he's not even that known of an artist, to be honest. Like there's not even like a feature I can point to that is like, oh, that's a feature you would know. Closest one would be like Seti Hendrix on song Come Home. He has some buzz. He's probably the most recognizable out of all these features. But yeah, no, it's a great album. And it actually reminds me of like the blog era rap albums that I would listen to. In terms of the vibe that it curates, of like also the storytelling of it, where like the first track immediately grabs your attention because he's introducing himself. I don't remember the last time any rapper did that on the opening track of an album, because like I feel like that almost, I don't know, like we're so parasocial nowadays that like people learn about people's lives through like social media or gossip or whatever, never through the music. So it was refreshing to hear him like, here's the first track. Probably a lot of people that don't know me. Here's who I am. This is where I grew up. These are my struggles. This is what I want to do. Of that alone, I'm like, okay, this album is intentional. So I just love it. It's called Mercy. I think everybody should check it out. I think it's great. I think it's great.
I just added it to my library, and I know this man is really about the music because this speaker is giving him back shots on this cover. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah, bro. Whenever they do like the artsy cover, you know they're
Yeah.
really like the music is fucking them.
yeah, it's
You're
fucking
right.
up, bro.
That's
bro.
how much he cares about the music.
You'll see the cover, B.
Nah,
Yeah.
I seen it.
That speaker
I've
giving him
seen
back
it.
shots. That speaker giving
Yeah,
him
he's
some hell of a
doing
backs.
He's okay.
No, I'm gonna check it out. I actually think you posted this on Twitter. I think I
Yeah,
liked
Twitter,
it.
I
I'm gonna
did.
check it out. I put it on in my library, man. I'm gonna definitely listen to it now. I gotta listen to that. That sounds grand. I like that. I like when the kids try to make
Yeah.
make us feel like we're on a journey, bro. You know what I mean? That's what I got from what you
Yeah,
were saying for.
Yeah, no, he
I gotta
was
check it out as
trying.
well.
hmm What about you, B?
I think the only new thing I listened to this one kid. I think his name is Kels. I guess he made an album called Renaissance or something like that. He's in
I
that
don't know him.
rage type sound as well. I'm just like, I saw someone on Twitter saying this is one of the best guys out of the underground right now. I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and check him out. You say he was one of the best guys in the underground. He's not. That was a lie. I heard every song. I didn't like a single song. I'm like, this all sounds very generic. So I was just like,
29
I
minutes.
kind of left.
13
Yeah,
tracks.
I left very underwhelmed. But you know what I did listen to? I listened to something new this week. Only one thing besides the Cardi B, which we'll talk about in a bit. Destroy Lonely, Broken Hearts 3. I have not heard Broken Hearts 1 or 2. Oh, 4. Have you heard Broken Hearts 3 as well?
I did. We listened to new music on twitch.tv/BodyMouth streams. We listened to the Destroy Lonely album with the Cardi B album. Yeah, I have my thoughts, but I'll let you go first.
I don't have much thoughts. I'm a Destroy Lonely fan. I do like the music that he comes out with, but I always see like the conversations of who's better, the Ken Carson or Destroy Lonely. I think Ken Carson, he goes a bit different and unique and a better creatively with his music. He's kind of like his sounds are different. While I think Destroy Lonely, ever since If Looks Could Kill came out, he's been in the same sonic vein for the last few albums that he's come out with. But this album definitely reminds me of If Looks Could Kill, just without the electric guitar behind all the instrumentals itself. But this is taking that Life of Pierre formula where each song builds into one song or it flows into the next song like a playlist, and it's literally the same type of stuff. This is like literally rock star rapper aesthetic music. This is like music that you would have in the background, like a movie type scene happening where the guy's going through like maybe a midlife crisis. He's riding through the night, he's speeding through something. This is what this music gives me, because obviously this is Destroy Lonely, son of I-20, who was a big collaborator with Ludacris back in the day from Atlanta. There's no substance. Destroy Lonely can't rap. All the beats sound the same. God dang it. I'm cool with it though, because this is an album I can play on at work and it won't distract me too much, because Destroy Lonely is unique amongst the Rage group, but he has no presence about him when he's on these songs itself. And the beats just drown him out horribly because he has no charisma. He sounds the exact same, uses the exact same flow. He gives me Uzi mixed with Playboy Cardi mixed with boring altogether. And I don't know why I like Destroy Lonely music, because I love the songs that went popular on TikTok. When it came to this album, I'm like, it just sounds so samey. At least the last album that we listened to, be the one that we reviewed together, that one had a bit more variety with the instrumentals. This one, it's all like the same song throughout the whole album itself.
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinions on this since you listened to it as well.
Yeah. I recently, for the past like I think month and a half, I've been trolling Destroy Lonely fans. I've been just saying that because his stands are really annoying about anything regarding his music. I've never been too familiar with his music. I remember when If Looks Could Kill, the song came out, and I remember that was around the time that I was starting to listen to underground artists. And I remember hearing that song, like, oh, this is interesting, right? This is unique. This is fresh in a way. So I like the song. Never really listened to the full album. Never listened to any complete Destroy Lonely album until his last album, which was like panned across the board. And then he's coming back with Broken Hearts 3, which is like I guess a beloved series that he has. And this is where I decided, okay, let me actually like give him the benefit of the doubt. I've been shitting on him. I've been like trolling his stance. Let me actually give him a chance. And I heard the album, and like I feel more justified in calling him like a piece of shit, like in terms of his music. Like I actually feel like I could have gone harder against the stands because they claim this is like the guy. Like they tell me, oh, he should have been the guy. He was supposed to be like the guy that really made it, not Yeet, not King Carson. It was Destroyed Lonely. He was supposed to be the guy that made it out. And I listened to this album, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This album, to me, the closest comp I can make to it is the Gunna album that just came out. It's like basically the Gunna album just for like underground fans, in that like there's absolutely nothing in the and like it's actually the only way to listen to it is in the background. Like that's the only way to do it. And if you do listen to it in the background, I can see it being a vibe similar to the Gunna album, where you're not paying attention at all. But it's like you try to listen to it. I couldn't even like get mad. I couldn't even like make a joke about it. I couldn't even like catch on to anything. There's literally nothing you can hold on to. It's like mind numbing music, in that like you just kind of fall into this weird like hypnosis of like there's nothing. This is nothingness. It was weird. It also because I think he's trying to go for a more mainstream sound, because like not all the beats were like super blown out. A lot of it, I feel like he was like trying to do his best like Future impersonation in a lot of tracks. He was basically doing like greatest hits of like the most mainstream artists in Atlanta, is what it felt like to me, while also trying to remain a little underground. But yeah, no, I can't even say I hated it, because I just felt nothing. Like truly, I just it was just it's nothing to me basically.
This is literally like rock star rapper aesthetic music. And the best way I can say this is that he's dating one or both of the Claremont twins. If you like that aesthetic, this aesthetic is going. This is going. Both of that right there. Destroy Lonely. I thought he was going to be one of those guys.
I don't care if they were real sisters.
I knew he was going to say that. I did think that he was going to be one of them guys, because I'm like, oh, okay. If Looks Could Kill, that's the album that's really pushing him, because he had a lot of viral songs on TikTok. So I'm like, okay, if Looks Could Kill is really going to push him up there. But it's like I keep saying, when it comes to that rage tier, everybody who Playboy Cardi kind of birthed, Yeet is at the top. Absolutely. Then it's a drastic gap. Then it's Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, but Ken Carson has somehow surpassed Destroy Lonely to a degree. So I'm like, all right, dog, like Destroy Lonely, you gotta change it up, but you're boring. That's the problem. He is boring.
Best he can hope for is exactly what you said. I think it's purposeful. I think what he's going for is just like the Claremont twins, like fashion show background music. Because that's like literally that's where he's at most of the time. He's at parties, he's at fucking model shows. So it's like maybe that's what he's making music for. He's 24 years old. He's getting up there, like he's growing up. I feel like he's just like, I would just want to make music that can get played at the places I'm at. If your music is playing at a Claremont Twins like runway fashion like model show, it's not gonna be good. So it just is what it is.
Damn, I will not listen to that shit. But
yeah. I got you to listen to one Destroy Lonely album at least. So,
bro, and I was like, dang, I did listen to that. I had to go back in my library to check, but yeah, I listened to it. But look, I got one album to talk about. I listened to Kaicrewsade. He's from Chicago. I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. I think I talked about him last year. He put out a little album. But this album right here, man, jazzy. A lot of jazzy production. Like his rapping is layered on jazz production, instrumentation. And when it comes to the Kaicrewsade, I believe that as a collective, like he's the main voice. But I feel like the jazz, the instruments, all that stuff is the Kaicrewsade. Because you can tell about how him as a rapper, he doesn't outshines the group, the collective, when it comes to the jazz, that freaking musicianship. I don't know, whoever his band, they fire. You know what I'm saying? I love like the live instrumentation, but he also brings like this mellow mood to it too as well. And then like some of the reframes he have on some of these songs, like some of the things he repeat, and it just creates like a chant. You know what I'm saying? It's really dope. And he got my boy Pink Sifu on here. And all the Jamila Woods, you know, she works with Chance the Rapper, really good vocalist. So yeah, man, I really enjoyed this, man. This was dope. They had one song on here when he kind of like not on his like jazzy shit when he has like a posse cut and everybody just rapping saying ignorant stuff. But this album is really dope. If you guys are like Saba, like that era of like Chicago with No Name and like Chance was out, Surf with Donnie and all them, like you will love this. Like whole like wasn't it Kimbe X wasn't really, he was out, but he wasn't him and the other guy. What's the other light skinned dude?
It's
Real light
Michael
skinned dude. He
Christmas?
look white. Not Michael Christmas. He from Boston.
Oh, okay.
It's
I'm
this
thinking of
other
that
guy.
scene. I don't know.
Yeah. But that scene, it reminds you of that. But he's a young guy. He's like 20, 21. He's really young, and he gives you that vibe of that Chicago era around that time. And I really enjoyed this, man. I'm like, this probably I've been playing this like it's short, so I've been playing it for like all weekend. When it comes to me just driving somewhere, I'm playing this. And another album I listened to, I actually listened to 4, you know what I mean? Road to 29, man, saying, you know what I mean? But look, I listened to it because I was driving, but I'm gonna say this for that Texas Woes, my dude.
Oh,
that
yeah.
nigga, what type? That joint fire, bro. I was like, this nigga 4 always keep one on the album, bro. Now, that Texas Woes is fire, bro. You hear, I had to tell you that to your face, bro. That Texas Woes. Great song. Great song.
I appreciate that.
No problem, bro. And I'm still trying to finish that freaking 4Bats album. And I'm gonna say this. I know y'all probably like the 4Bats album. I think B said it was cool. I don't know if 4 liked it.
Fine.
I know you
it was fine. It's actually better than his previous music, honestly.
I said the same thing.
I can't get through that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's too samey. Like, he's not impressing me in no way. Songwriting ass. He's not engaging. I'm like, bro, you gotta get better at this, bro. And look, we from the same neighborhood. I don't know your people, but I get to know them, nigga. And I need to talk to him.
Whoa.
I need to talk to him because look, I need to talk to homie. Cause like you can't continue to be this mediocre, bro. He gonna be out the game in the next 2-3 years.
No, OG Ron C on the album said that he's the next Texas legend. He said that.
Bro. This
OG Ron C said
Texas.
That.
And OG Ron C, you a legend, bro. Salute. You from the city. But bro, no freaking way. I couldn't get through to it. I got to like track 7. First, he got Flow on here, and I know you like Flow, B.
Go. Let's keep going.
Ass.
No.
Okay, see, no, you're not talking about Flow. You tripping. You talking about him, not Flow.
His Leon Thomas song should have just stayed with Leon Thomas. I'm like, what are you doing on here, 4Bats? Bro, he's just a waste of
Leon Thomas, he threw him a bachelor party for, his wedding. Because, he had the wedding with Anicia.
Man, get this shit out of here, bro. 4Bats, bro. And I want to root for this man, dog. I just don't like when this mediocre music, bro. Hey, look, and I'm like, I root for the young guys. Like, I want them to succeed, and I want them. But I feel like sometimes I go back into like my old head ways, and I'm just like, yo, some of these niggas just suck. Like, they're just not good, and I can't keep rooting for them. I'm sorry.
They can get better. They can get better. I mean, I feel right.
Yeah, but you could tell when someone. It's like a Mac Miller. This nigga was a frat boy rapper, bro.
Yeah.
And look what he went. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to compare 4Bats to Mac Miller. I give you. But it's like when it comes. No, I'm not. Sometimes when you see an artist
versus 4Bats, who's the next Mac Miller?
Look, I'm saying when you see an artist, you see potential. You be like, okay, I see what they can do here. I see it. He has no potential to me, bro. I don't see it.
Damn.
I think he has potential to make the as good of I think his potential lies in like a genre or like a type of music that I would, me personally, would never hear, but I think does work. I think like the R&B that he's making on this album, what he's going for, I don't think he gets to like the industry standard, but I think he could. That doesn't mean it's like music I want to hear or like that it's even like great. It's like maybe barely good, but I think like that to me, that for where he started, if he can achieve like slightly below at like let's say average like pop R&B music, I'm good with that. Like I don't want him to do more than that. I think if he gets there, I think that would be great.
That ain't happening, bro. I don't see it, bro.
You know
He's
what this
young,
type of
though.
music is for?
I know
It's for
he
guys
young,
who
he young.
smoke hookah. This is this music right here.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Bro,
You know
look,
how like Mariah the Scientist and all them is like the eyelash and nail tech music? This is him. This is him for the guys right there.
so he make music for girls that like, for black women that like seafood boils and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is the type of music that you put on the background of a TikTok video. Like this is he makes that music.
Yeah, that's not for me. You mentioned TikTok, I'm out of it. I don't fuck with that app like that.
Yeah, he's 21. He's very young, man. He's very young.
And he's 21.
Yeah, he's really young, man.
All right.
Yeah,
I guess he's doing better than me when I was 21.
Texas. Youngest legend from Texas, B. Come on.
And already married to Anicia. A very real marriage.
My sworn enemy on this app.
No, I feel you. Listen, I don't know if it's. I think it's like at this point,
it was a music video.
How long can they keep the bit going? I mean, that's where I'm at. It's like it's starting to. At first, I'm like obviously fake, but it's like the longer it goes, it's been like a year. Like how long? This is the longest fake marriage of all time. Like it's turned. I've never seen a fake like relationship turn into a fake marriage. Like the last time I've seen this happen was in WWE. That's where that shit happens. That's what you see.
I've been saying rap is WWE this year. That's what we've been saying.
So okay.
I actually didn't know what's her name, Anicia. I didn't know her dad was in the industry. Her dad actually is like, I don't know if he's not an exec, but he's known in like the Atlanta scene, like in the music scene out there. I actually saw him on
that makes sense why she has that makes
career.
sense why she's able to do what she does.
Yeah, she's actually was on a rap. Y'all know Ray Daniels? Rap Ray. He got Ray. Yeah, Ray Radar or whatever he got. I follow him on subscribe to him on YouTube. He had her dad on there. That nigga kind of stupid though, but he was wilding.
Wait, the dad or
yeah, he was wilding on there. Bro was talking about how he found out he was in special ed. He found out he was special ed like 10, 15 years later. I was like, hey, nah, look, like what, bro?
What's the meme that Speed does when he's about to laugh and he had to
like, hey, it was a great story, but I'm like, bro, how you find out you was special ed 15 years later? Yeah. I see why Anicia your daughter. Anyways, what we got next, B?
I think it's time for us to talk about it. Woman of the hour, maybe woman of the year. She is so good at this music thing that she went platinum her first day the album came out. We talking about Cardi B's Am I the Drama? I gotta ask you guys, is she the drama? Let's talk about the album. 4, I know you've already talked about this with Dom on your platform, but please give the people over here your thoughts about this album.
Well, the answer to the question, she definitely is the drama. I mean, she's a Dominican woman from the Bronx. She is the drama. But in terms of the music, yeah, man, I can't believe she pulled the same magic trick once again. She did it twice. She made another like good album. I remember the first time like Invasion of Privacy came out. I don't think anybody was like, yo, this is gonna be a good album. Everybody doubted it because she was making like strip club anthems, right? Like, and she had like what's this song? What's the big
Bodak Yellow?
Yeah, Bodak Yellow, right? And that was like that worked, but it's like you don't think from that like that's an album artist. And then you listen to the album, I'm like, okay, it's pretty well, you know, it's doing a lot of different things. It has like the R&B songs, the poppy songs, the Latin songs, the rap songs. Like it felt like an album. And I feel like for me I think it kind of, she did it again in 2025. And I was shocked because I feel like my biggest fear going into this album was that it would sound dated because she has been making, it has been 7-8 years since her last album. So I'm like, how many of these songs are going to feel like pre-WAP or like WAP era like tracks? Because that music is, you listen to WAP now, it's like so fucking dated, right? So it's like, you're just like, is she going to be able to make things that sound current? And I think she did. And also like, even some of the pop efforts in this album, which I was even more scared of, I think worked. I think the Selena Gomez, well, you know, 50-50 because she also has a song with Lizzo that just fucking sucks. But I'm throwing that on Lizzo more than Cardi, to be honest, because Lizzo was just fucking wailing in my ear. Just fucking, it's fucking nasty.
Double entendre.
You know, you caught it.
Don't even ask them how.
Yeah. Yeah, don't ask me how, because I don't want to be part of sexist the sexist episode of BBC. I'm trying to stay out of it. So please don't ask me. But the song with Selena Gomez, I thought like that worked. Selena Gomez sounded like fine on it. I thought the song with Tyler, which was also pretty poppy, also worked. I feel like I don't know. It truly exceeded my expectations. I didn't think like a 20 track or like 19 because I'm not counting,
The
WAP and
last, yeah, yeah.
but like however like up to like Killing You Hoes, I wasn't expecting like a album this solid from Cardi B. I didn't think she was ever gonna drop another album, to be honest. So the fact that an album actually dropped and I thought was solid, it worked for me, man.
Okay. All right. B, you want to go? You want me to
B?
go?
You know what, B? You go first.
Oh shit!
You go second,
All
technically.
right. All right. Look, Cardi B, she makes music not for me, and I know I'm not the person that's consuming Cardi B music on a daily or seconds,
You're
whatever
not?
you want to do, minutes, hours. I'm not. This is my first ever listen to Cardi B album. I didn't listen to Invasion of Privacy
Wow.
because at that point in my life, if you think I was very controversial saying some wild stuff, then I wasn't finna do it. But now, family man, I'm willing to listen to some Cardi B, bro. I'm a nice guy. So, believe it or not, bro, I don't like this shit. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, but I'm gonna grade this on the Cardi B level on the album. She put out a silent album. It's not for me, but if I look at all the key points that you have to hit as an album, especially as a major superstar as she is, she did it. She crossed like Ford said, she hit up with the Latin record. She had like the sexy drill stuff, Cash Cobain. She did her strip club stuff. She got a little personal with her relationship. Everybody knew about that. She talked about the beef. You know what I mean? She dissed JT. She dissed Bia in a whole track. So I'm like, she did her pop record. She had her Meek Mill type intro with Summer Walker. Like, she did everything she's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So from that, I think she put out a solid album. Just me with Cardi B. It's kind of like the Glorilla effect. Like, I feel like Glorilla did similar to what Cardi did, with not more variety, but a solid, album. You know what I'm saying? But with her voice and with Cardi voice, they both can't get me into their music like that. I think that's like a big problem with me. But when it comes to like Cardi's being charismatic and stuff like that, she has it. She's still funny. It's stuff in here that she said. I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She talking about what she said on Imaginary Players about they ball sacks. These bitches, they ball sacks. That had me dying. You know what I'm saying? But it just certain stuff she said in here. I'm like, yo, this is hilarious. But as me as a listener, I didn't like this, but I understand why people are like this, and I also like the marketing behind it, because yes, she kind of went full guerrilla marketing like a week or two before the album came out, and she put out Outside and Imaginary Players, two different type of singles, but I feel like she has so much on here to work with that this album could last a long time, and I think that was the marketing for this album. So to be honest, bro, kudos. I didn't listen to the first album, but that first album, I know songs off of it, and I know how hot Cardi B was, so I'm pretty sure it was a good, solid album as well. And I think this is solid for Cardi B, mainstream artist. She hit, like you said, Selena Gomez, Lizzo. Lizzo, don't sing peculiar to me. I don't want to hear that. Like, why would you say that? Let me look at peculiar. Like, who says that? Singing. Get the hell out of here. Lizzo, chill out. The Kalani song, the Safe. That like some sexy drill stuff, right? Am I tripping? The joint with Tyler was cool. I like Tyler Hook on there. But there's some stuff on here. I'm like, okay, it's cool. Janet Jackson song, I don't know why I don't remember that song. Principal?
That's because she wasn't actually on there. It was a sample.
Yeah, it's a sample.
Oh, it's the sample. Okay. Yeah. And I just skipped up and WAP because, like, come on, we know those for years. Yeah. And it was one song on here that I was like, hey, I actually like this. Damn, I should have liked it. What song was it? I think it's Better Than You. I think I like Better Than You with Cash.
With Cash?
Yeah. I think I like that song. Yeah.
It was a calm, calm, yeah.
Yeah. But overall, I will not be returning back to this album. Cardi B, like I like Cardi B as a person, bro. She's funny, you know what I'm saying? Like she's really likable. She gives you a humble vibe. Like we talked about last episode, like she she seems like the everyday girl when it comes to her attitude and how she approached things. But yeah, man, B, you can tell me your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it, but I think it's a solid album for Cardi B.
I'm gonna echo some of my same sentiments that I've had for the previous few episodes when this was announced and we was gearing up to get into this album. This album is going to be like the One Piece because of the big gap she had from her last album, Invasion of Privacy, up to this. It was never going to satisfy anyone. This album was not going to amount to the same hype or status that Invasion of Privacy has, because Invasion of Privacy, I'm not going to call it a classic, but it was one of the more impactful albums of that time period, because we got to look at the space that female rap is in now from then to now. We got to look at how that album kind of changed the landscape, how Cardi was a very unique, different character within rap, and how she came into it. Musically, to me, she still sounds like she can't rap. She sounds like she's reading it off of a paper. This album, I agree with you, B. It's not bad. It was never going to be as good as Invasion of Privacy, especially with the impact that it had. But 7 years, what was it? 7 years? Because that's what she won a Grammy, I believe, over this. This doesn't feel like the gap between this album and that album. To me, it doesn't feel like a drastic change from that album to this album. This is one of those albums that's staying current. This is one of those albums that's going to have the hits. She's going to have songs on the radio because her name is Cardi B.
Yeah.
She's one of, if not the second biggest female rapper that we really have in today's climate after Nicki Minaj. When we go into this track list, I saw Summer Walker like what, 2-3 times?
3 times.
Summer didn't impress me on none of these features. I'm like, all right. I did like the intro with the whole like, oh, she's killing it, or Cardi B's in the news, so and so. I'm like, all right, cool. But then we get to the intro track. I'm like, dang, this was lackluster to me. I liked Hello. It was cool. I like Magnet. And I forgot what song it is. And to me, this album just cements to me that not Playboy Cardi. Cardi B has really gotten up on being unoriginal. Like, she is the queen of being unoriginal. When we look at Bodak Yellow, she took Kodak Black's flow, huge off of that. One of her singles off this album is a Jay-Z sample, basically the goddamn actual beat. She's using the exact same goddamn flow used as a sample. There's another rap song on here. She sounds just like Bossman D-Lo. No, baby. No, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, this feels like Bossman D-Lo. I'm like, what are we doing here? This feels like the queen of unoriginality, and she is really catching a lick off of all of this. Now, the Selena Gomez song, it works for me. I honestly thought that was Kehlani at first, because I'm like, there's got to be Kehlani because she's cussing. I'm like, Selena Gomez is cussing? They could do that on Disney now? I'm like, all right, cool. Bodega Baddie, I was like, get that ish out of here. But she has a song on this album for every single body, especially all of her fan base. She's covering all bases when it comes to all of her fans and the whole music industry, because I can see some of these songs on the Latin radio station, like the Bodega Baddie. I could see some of these songs obviously on urban radio. Some of these songs could be on pop radio. What's going on with Lizzo? Lizzo. Yeah, exactly. Lizzo, you sucked. This was a horrible feature. I told you, I'm gonna be sexist this episode because come on.
I think it's sexist to any other woman. I think it's sexist to any other woman besides Lizzo. I think we can all shit on Lizzo, but she did make one of her backup dancers like eat a fucking banana at like a coochie. What was that? Do y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That was crazy. So we can shit on Lizzo. Yeah, she did. And then she left. Came back rapping over to the Win Whammy type beat, thinking we will forget. Nah, I didn't forget. She came back skinny too. Like, she was pulling out all the stops. Nah, bro, we can.
And she was really trying to be hip hop because she dropped a mixtape too.
I know, you know, it's so real, man. It was a real hit, just raps. Yeah, it didn't sound poppy at all. It didn't sound like a fucking Disney Channel pop star trying to like rap over fucking Atlanta beats.
And on this album, the Janet Jackson feature, you lied. That was a sample, not a goddamn feature. Because I went through the album the first time, and I'm like, all right, cool. But I remember seeing the Janet Jackson feature. I'm like, I didn't hear Janet throughout this whole album. What are we talking about? So the second time I played this album through, I'm like, okay, where's the Janet Jackson song? I'm like, okay, this is the one. I'm like, I don't remember hearing Janet Jackson. It's a whole sample. I'm like, why would you lie about that? And people on Twitter are running with the narrative. Cardi B is the first female to have a Janet Jackson feature on her album. I'm like, no. We're not doing that today. We're not.
Yeah.
Stop it. Get that out of here. The song with Tyler is cool. Some of the rap songs is cool, but really, I think this album runs on for too long. But like we always say on here, B, she's playing the game. She's putting all these songs on here because she might not release for another 7 years. She's gonna have to give y'all some of the bangers. And she even put them years old songs up and WAP on there as the ending tracks. First of all, the sequencing on this album is horrible, horrendous. Why would you not put that as bonus tracks or this too? At least what Lotto did on her last album. The songs that she put out in between her last project and the newer project, she was like, all right, this is this too. These are the songs that came out in between that time. Why didn't you do that on here, Cardi? I get it. You want to put it on the project so that way when you put it out on physicals and stuff like that, people can actually have it and own it. But to me, Cash Cobain was a lackluster feature. I would have wished they would have went full Slizzy on that production. I'm like, because Cash Cobain as a rapper, I don't want to hear him as a rapper. I want to hear you in your realm. Bring Cardi into your realm, and I want to hear you in the feature in your realm with her on the track as well. Some of these songs was disappointing, but I see the purpose of this album. The album did its job. There are bangers on here. There are some songs on here, like you said, B, myriad of topics. She's touching on the divorce. She's touching on the new baby that she's probably having with Stephon Diggs. She's touching on, the whole situation with her and Offset, the whole cheating scandal and all that type of stuff. You know, how hurt she was with that. But also she's getting her ish off when it comes to her and JT. You know, she's talking about putting, dildos in Lil Uzi's butt. I never want to hear that about my goat ever again on a track. I might have to delete that song out of existence. That was blasphemous to say that about Uzi. And then she made a whole song calling out Bia. But B, she was also going to sue Bia as well. Is that hip hop, B? She responded on the track, B, but she was going to sue Bia. Remember, B?
She threatened.
She had that tape.
Yeah.
Oh,
but we've seen Cardi naked before, so why is that a problem? I'm just saying, B.
She's a mother
She is
now.
the queen of areolas. She's the next Jada Fire on the timeline. She's the queen of big areolas. But B, this album, I get it. It serves its purpose. I don't know if I would call this a sophomore slump because it serves its purpose. And there's no album in Cardi B's repertoire in the later future that's ever going to surpass Invasion of Privacy and what it's did. This was solid. It was a cool mainstream album. That's the best way I can say it. I still think the best last hip hop album that we have from a woman is Glorilla, mainstream wise, because Rhapsody's album was really good. But the last mainstream great album that we had was Glorilla still, to me. Yeah. To me, this album was lackluster. I was like, I think I like 5 songs out of 22.
Yeah, it's a watch, Glorilla and Cardi, in my opinion, bro. But look, I'm gonna say this: when you, I'm just to like, I wouldn't say I'm rebuttaling with your point. But when it comes to Cardi B not being original, you gotta understand she wasn't a rapper, and also her stuff is not. She ain't writing that shit. You know what I'm saying? She got writers. But one thing about her writers, they bring her personality in it. Like Cardi can do a remix or a cover of your album, or your song, but she gonna add them Cardi-isms in it. So that's why I think she's getting away with a lot of this shit. She just had a baby last year by her husband, and then she have a baby with her boyfriend the next year. And she get away with it. You know what I'm saying? It's Cardi. You can relate to it. How many girls you know in the hood? I know many
I can't relate to that.
They have multiple baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? Women be
whoa,
like,
B.
Man.
We're getting into red pill territory right now. Hold up. What are we talking about?
I'm not. I'm just saying, bro, being from the hood, you see that stuff. You know it's normal. But Cardi just doing it on a mainstream, on a different level, so people, they ain't tripping. Cardi just so relatable, bro. They let her get past her flaws. They just like, damn, hey, I know my auntie went through that, my sister, my cousin, they going through it. They man cheat on them all the time. I'm just saying, that's how I feel about Cardi. People love her, bro.
I will say that, you're right about the originality thing, but I mean, I feel like this is what every mainstream album is kind of like, right? Especially at this point, it has been for a while. It's kind of like looking at the field, seeing what's popular. What are the sounds that are like popular right now? And how can I, as like the biggest artist, like either elevate the sound or at least like do it the most, like the biggest way possible, right? Like, I think it's just par for the course for an artist that like you said, like has a lot of writers, and she just does, right? Like this is like, these are writers that are looking at the landscape of music and being like, now you need to do your West Coast diss track,
right?
And that's what Pretty and Petty was with Bia. Bro, I could there was parts where she was doing the Kendrick inflections on the diss track.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
even structurally to me, the song is very similar to like Not Like Us and even down to Crash Dummy, the Joey Badass like West Coast diss. This has
Mhm.
become kind of like a formulaic diss track now at this point. You know, where it's like, simple hook versus you go crazy. At the end, you start just like talking to the crowd. That's kind of like the formula for these songs. So I would agree with you. Some of these songs she's rapping over like Lotto type beats. I think like Magnet, it's like I feel like I've heard Lotto rap over a beat like that before for sure. And obviously the sexy drill thing is the biggest. Even though she's from New York, I think she gets more of a pass because that's kind of like the sound of her being in New York.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's just a byproduct of just being like a mainstream artist. They all do this, but the problem is like I think nobody has done that formula. I'll call it the Drake formula just for it's not like Drake didn't invent this, but like the idea of like I gotta touch on everything. I gotta try to get my arms around everything that is in hip hop right now. Drake has been doing that for a lot of his like big like solo albums, either for All the Dogs, Certified Lover Boy, whatever. I think she's doing that with this album. I think what I admire about it is that like she did it well.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of artists that try to do that and they suck at that. I think like did I shit on Jid already? That album,
Yeah.
it sucked because of that. Because I feel like he was trying to do the approach of like, let me get a baby Kia on my album. Let me get this like I guess
Yeah.
Don Toliver.
Don
Yeah.
Toliver, fucking he tried to do like the dance song, the dance club like song with fucking Sierra. Yeah, like he tried to do was like, let me see how many different sounds can I like get my arms around, and he couldn't. Right, so probably due to like a lack of writers, if we're being honest. But like, yeah, I think I'm not mad at that lack of originality because that's kind of what I'm not expecting anything like overwhelmingly original on
Yeah.
this much of a mainstream album, if that makes sense. Because like, what was the last mainstream album that you thought, wow, this is fresh and original, and like an album that everybody was listening to, an album that like you heard shit in there that like you never heard before, it like is bound to say, because I think Cardi's like aiming to sell like around 150K, like
Yeah.
that level of like popularity. I feel like it's certainly not where I go to find like originality in my music. It's
Yeah.
kind
And
of where I go to find communal music,
facts. And also like Cardi B, she's not known for like she didn't come in the game and switch the whole game up. Well, Cardi, she came in the game and switched the game up when she come from, oh, I've been on Instagram. I had a following on Instagram. I went from hot new what's it called loving hip hop
Loving
to
hip
a
hop.
rap, to be a rapper. So it's like that's why she a pioneer and an icon, because right after her, the freaking floodgates was open from so many
Absolutely.
IG models going hip hop, you know what I mean? Come and be a rapper. So like that's where her stuff is, and that personality she has is laid all over this music when it comes to her music to me. Yes, originally when it comes to like the sounds, these flows, it's not Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? She has framework for that. But when it comes to her as a person, it's all Cardi, bro. Like you feel it. That's that Cardi B. Even the accent. You got the accent in the music, even though I don't like it sometimes, but it's there. That's why I think
Well, yeah, I
that's
mean
who
the
she
accent is
is.
awful. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like she can enunciate any words to save her life. I mean, that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
But to some people, it is like kind of the charm. Is like,
Yeah, I was
oh
saying.
wow, she's really like. It's like my dad. My dad barely knows English, but he'll just like try to strike up a conversation with you, and you're like, wow, you're really going for it. That's how I feel about Cardi.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Cardi with a lot of the flows. I'm like, wow, you're really like. You're
Right.
not letting your fucking your accent deter you from doing these flows, bro. The way she's rapping on Bodega Baddie, you should not be rapping on a beat that fast ever. No, bro, it's very few rappers that can rap that fast. She said, "Fuck it, I'll do it. I'll try." I'm like, you know what? I gotta give it up. It's like,
Yeah.
I can't believe you try to rap on that.
That's how it with
And
Glorilla
that song was
accent.
right
I
after
can't get it.
Imaginary Players. I'm like, the sequencing was so off because that song is way slower than that Bodega Baddie song.
Yeah.
It's awful, yeah.
One thing she tried to do with the sequencing is like y'all saw like that 3 to 4 long song stretch of her just discussing the divorce and Offset. It was like 3 to 4 songs. It's just all about like the cheating and stuff like that. And then she said, "I'm outside." Like she had like this story of like, "Oh, I'm going through all this heartbreak and my husband." And then she say, "I'm outside now." And I was like,
I didn't
okay,
even
I
think
see what
about
you're
it.
doing.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
even. You know what? Okay, you're cooking.
yeah,
Yeah, there's some
yeah.
subtle things to this album. Like, there's a framing of it that you look at from the first track to what I
Mhm.
consider the last track, which is "Killing You Hoes," right? Because after
Yeah.
that, me personally, I consider Up and WAP like bonus tracks. That's why it never bothered me that
Yeah.
she put it on the album because I'm like, I can see these are like 4-year-old songs. I can in my head just like ignore them, right? So there is kind of like this weird, nice bookend where like the album starts with "Dead." I want you bitches dead,
Mhm.
but whatever. Throughout the album, she refers to herself as the Grim Reaper,
Mhm.
which I think it was funny because then you look at the crow on the album, you're like, oh, okay, that's what that imagery is like in the cover, and then the album ends with "I'm killing you hoes." So there's like this weird, this like, kind of underlying like narrative of her like coming back, ready to kill
Mhm.
every female rapper in the game, being the Grim Reaper or whatever, which I also like appreciated, like because I thought it was subtle. Um, it shows intentionality on the album. I don't know. I thought, I just honestly didn't think we would see this. I didn't think there would be another Cardi B album. I truly did
Yeah.
not think she would even try. Like, because at a certain point, I'm like, why not just continue dropping singles? Just keep dropping like. But I mean, but I see maybe why she didn't just continue dropping singles because she almost operates better under an album. Like I saw somebody say this, but she might actually just be an album artist.
Hmm.
Like she might be an artist that just works better in like trying to do everything and then it's presented to you as opposed to like this is the song you're gonna like and I'm gonna drop it because you get
Yeah.
like imaginary players, which like I don't know how you guys felt about it when the single came out. I was like, I can never get past the part where she's like, glory hole, you bitches don't know who you fucking
Don't
with.
know who you fucking with. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, when I hear that line, I stop the song and just like go about my day. I can't get past that line. It's freaking insane. So like I didn't really even like none of the singles, but then I'm hearing the album. I'm like, okay, you operate better on this in
Mhm.
this way. I think she's actually unique in the female rap space because I don't think there's a lot of like female rappers that are album artists.
Mhm.
Realistically, like a lot of them are like, I'll give you the hit, like Meg, Laurel, like these are people that like can give you hits consistently. But like when you
Mhm.
listen to the albums, it's like I don't know. I never loved any other album, so I think she stands out in that way. And even like the last person I think that could have done it was Nicki, and Pink Friday 2 sucked. So it's like
Yeah.
in many ways, Cardi B to me stands out because she's able to construct an album. And listen, I didn't listen to the last Laurel album, so maybe I gotta
Yeah.
check it out to like give more of an informed opinion. You liked it, so yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
listen to it. But yeah,
But no.
that's how I feel about it.
I think it was yeah. I think it was a solid album. I say Cardi B kind of like what Drake when Drake he embraced all the young guys. Like Cardi B embraced all the young hip hop artists that come in. She'll hop on the remix, even with some of the guys with she did it with Cash Cobain, right? Am I tripping? Oh, that Ice Spice. I'm
Mhm.
not bugging. Did Cardi B
I
do something with
oh
Cash Cobain before? With Cash
yeah,
Cobain before this?
before I don't think so. No,
Yeah, but
this is the
she
first
she
time they
but she
collabed.
did link up with like with Glorilla. She linked up with like Ice Spice and all. I'm just
Lotto,
saying she Lotto,
Lotto.
she does that when they come in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
she's playing the way that Nicki should have been, but Nicki ended up beefing with all of them. You know, she'll bring them on and then she hate them. You know what I'm saying? But now shout out to Cardi, bro. I think she did good on this album. And I think the when you said she's do better in the album setting, I think it's because some people didn't like those singles. Like you said, you didn't really care for those singles. Some people felt like some songs on here would have been better singles than the album she
absolutely.
put out. But yeah, but I think
Absolutely. A lot of the
I
trap songs could have been like Magnet, Hello, fucking like it's so
yeah,
many like of those like bangers. And I'm like, why the fuck did you not like I guess outside is that? But that to me
yeah,
felt very
Mhm.
like try hardy as a
yeah,
single. It was like very like even though it's based on her live, like, I get it, but it's like I don't know that I didn't love that single, but like you said, there's so many better single
yeah.
choices in here.
But I think it works out better because, like I said in the beginning, I feel like she can let this album stretch out more by dropping more singles from that album and let it live longer because you never know when she's gonna drop again. But now she has other tracks on this album that like, yo, put this out. We're gonna push this one. So I don't know. I think it's a dope move, whatever. I think it's all right. Solid album. I don't like it, but solid.
Yeah.
Same.
A bit. Yeah.
I agree. But y'all gotta let us know what y'all think about Cardi B's "Am I the Drama" down in the comment section down below. Let us know if you've heard it. Let us know. Before we get
you good on
on,
yeah.
are you good or you gotta go?
You good on time or what?
Yeah, I think I gotta go. Yeah, I think I gotta
Okay.
go. I gotta be on my
Yeah,
way
yeah.
now for
Oh,
the
no
game.
problem, man.
So,
Hey man, we appreciate you
appreciate
showing
you
up,
coming
bro.
on.
no, thank you guys for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy I enjoy talking about music. I enjoy I guess being sexist now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this is what happens when it became the sexist episode. I gotta do some soul searching. Gotta figure out, did I bring that energy or like
I
what's
think
going
so,
on? I
for
gotta
it.
be I don't know. I gotta really look inside. Nah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for having me. For anybody, again, Potty Mouth, co-host on Potty Mouth, youtube.com/@pottymouth.tv on YouTube, a lot of videos, patreon.com/Potty Mouth. You can get 3 pods a week for $20 a month. I talk way too much. If you want to see me talk even more, on Twitch, Potty Mouth streams, listen to music, just vibe out, just hang out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me.
Man, no problem, man. Anytime, bro.
Thank
You
for
want to come and
coming
talk
on.
about music, bro? We here, bro.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
I'll take you guys up on that.
Yes, sir. But all right, for
All right.
All right,
peace.
So B, shout out to Dead End Hip Hop. I was watching a review for the Joey Bad A Lonely at the Top.
Mhm.
And Ken said something on there where it kind of intrigued me a little bit. And we've kind of had these talks for a little while. And he said, this album only sold 9,000. It didn't even hit Billboard charts. And I know we're not the numbers cast, B, right? We're not the numbers cast.
Mhm.
We don't care about the numbers. Numbers do not dictate quality. It dictates interest, though. And my thing is, Ken said that this Joey album didn't even land in the Billboard.
Not
I started
top
thinking to
200.
myself, exactly. I started thinking to myself, B, there's been a lot of artists from the blog era where it seems like the interest has kind of died down for them. The intrigue for them, the yearning for more music from these artists have kind of died down. And I think, honestly, we are at the end of the blog era run, besides obviously Kendrick, J. Cole, and Kendrick, J.
Drake.
Cole, and Drake. Besides them, because they are all anomalies, they are all exempt from this point. But it seems like no one is interested in the blog era artists anymore. Of course, they got their cult following, they got their cult fan bases, but when it comes to them dropping projects anymore, the interest just isn't there for me. When I'm talking about albums like this, and I made a list of some of the artists that dropped some stuff, and we've talked about it on the show, we've had a review of it, but it's like the interest just really isn't there anymore. Some that dropped recently, Childish Gambino last year, he dropped 2 projects. Vista and Bando Stone. We got Big Sean. He dropped his album last year. Mick Jenkins, while he was the most popular out of this group that I'm naming, it seems like no one even on Twitter is really talking about him, and he's been on fire recently. Good releases. Dom Kennedy, ASAP Ferg, ASAP Rocky. We can look at ASAP Rocky's latest single. He had to pull it down. It didn't even hit Apple charts or whatever the charts was, and it was exclusively on Apple.
Logic. Wale.
Chief Keef, Ab-Soul, and even Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
B, I think we are literally at the end. And honestly, I just think we're at the end of the internet movement because it doesn't seem like there's really any talks about some of the artists that came out during the SoundCloud era either. We can look at the ski masks. Lil Pump, we obviously don't care about. 6ix9ine, he's making his rounds because he's clout chasing. It seems like all those artists kind of died off as well.
Mm-hmm.
B, are we just getting older as fans? Have these artists ran out of steam? What's wrong? Like, this has been bothering me, and I've been thinking about this because I'm like, the not the retention, but the listenership just isn't there anymore.
Well, so my hypothesis, if I said that correctly, I haven't said that word since like 7th grade, is I believe that all this stuff is cycles. Music. Think about the guys that was at the top of the game in the early 90s, in the 2000s, the Ludacris's in the 2000s, the Nellies. It got to a point where they wasn't the anomaly. They wasn't the guys that was the top. They wasn't the Kanye Wests. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't the hoes. They wasn't in that tier. Yes, they had the hits, but they wasn't in the tier of that core fan base of that superstardom. And I feel like the guys that come from the blog era, that come from the SoundCloud era, that wasn't in that tier list, that top tier list of stardom, they're gonna fade away, and they just be coming to like, oh man, so and so dropping, they sell like 10,000 or less. We talk about how hip hop being a young man's game, which it means that in so many ways, not musically. A lot of it has to do with listenership and what the young kids are behind. Because once you got the youth, they're gonna listen to your music way more than us. We have way more going on in our lives. Think about the time when the blog era kids, just stick to our era. We had all the time to listen to the music, B. What was we doing? We was going to school, playing video games, listening to music, all through that. It's nothing else. No other priorities we have. Now we work, we got kids, we got all this other stuff. We listen to podcasts, we reading books, we do so many like trying to start businesses. We can't just listen to music all the time. So it's gonna fade away as we get older. Our artists will drop, unless it comes to some people that's the anomaly. Like with us, we have J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and freaking Drake. Them the three for us. That's our big three in our generation. Think about anybody who was in that 5 or below in that generation. Think about what they're at now when it comes to sales and how people look at them. Look at Wale. Wale gearing up for a new album now, but nobody really cares. He dropped a freestyle over the weekend over Yukon by Justin Bieber. Like, they're looked at as the freaking Melly Mels, the Kumo D's of their time. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Like LL Cool J, yes, he don't sell as much as he used to, but LL Cool J in his era, he was that top tier guy. He was that superstar guy. You get what I'm saying? Just some people they transcend generations. Some people just stay in that generation and they don't grab new fans. They don't grab kids like to become and listening to them, the younger guys. So I think that's just a part of it. Joey Badass never was in that top tier. He had 1989, but he never was going to be a guy that sold many of records. And also he didn't spend time and nurture his fan base as much because he also spent time on TV. And like now when you hear Joey album, which I really didn't like that much, I didn't feel any growth in Joey's music. I didn't feel who I still feel like I don't know Joey Badass. You know what I'm saying? And with Big Sean as well. At the time, he was like the Nelly, the Ludacris. They had hits, but it just wasn't like they didn't have that big fan base like a Kendrick Lamar. Nobody was really doing those think pieces, really having those conversations. Cause like I got the show, let's have a conversation. Conversations now is more important into music because they bring in the drama. Cardi B album, what's the drama? What's the story? What's the story around Big Sean? What's the story around Wale right now? They don't. You have no other conversations around these people. Even though Kendrick stayed out the spotlight, he put out so much music that you could just talk about and think about and actually come up with these different theories of his music. It's like certain things, like with Drake. Drake was just Drake, biggest rapper, biggest superstar in hip hop, everywhere, connecting with all the new artists. It's just like you have to stay with us. You have to transcend. I'm bugging. Transcend all these different generations. J. Cole did it. But those other guys, bro, them Beer T, them C tier, Big Crits, all them guys it's just not gonna stick around. And I think that's just part of it. Think Travis Scott. He was the big in his generation. Think about Travis Scott in his generation. He's that top guy. Not the best rapper, but he's a top guy when it comes. Travis is gonna be like the J. Coles, the Kendricks, the Drakes, the Jay-Z's, the Cardi B's. Look what Cardi B did with 7 years, B. She wasn't putting out albums, but she was connecting with the younger female artists and some of the other artists. She was putting out singles. She was doing this and doing that. Some people just don't have it like that. You just fall to B, C tier. You just fall and just put out albums, and it's just how it goes. It's sad because that's our generation. That's the stuff we love, but that's what they at, B. That's just what they at. That's how I look at it. It's sad to say, but they wasn't never the top tier, B. This was always gonna happen.
But B, this really cemented to me the blog era is dead now. Yeah. It's dead. Like these eras are done. Like it's capped. At least like during the SoundCloud era, that movement was still moving strong. Our blog era artists were still putting out dope songs and singles that was hitting the radio. Now, zilch. They not hitting the radios at all anymore. It's over for them.
It's the big now. It's different with like the machine streaming, botting. All these numbers can be really manipulated. We don't know how much a stream costs, how you get these streams, what sales calculate to this many streams. It's like it's so confusing right now, and it's just not simple no more of how it used to be. Like, even though the game always had some flaws and they always do things with the numbers, but now they have way more control of like manipulating things. You know what I'm saying? Even the guys that we think doing good, they probably not doing their best. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to those artists, they was gonna always fall. Like when it comes to like listenership or sales, they still got core fans. They still got people that's gonna listen here and now and then, but they didn't transcend the generations. They just didn't. What music Big Sean was putting out that was gonna transcend generations? Transcend generations. He didn't have that much. It wasn't that much, bro. Like Big Sean could took the Drake route, but he wasn't Drake. Only thing he brought new to a game kind of was the flow. The flow he did, but Drake came, it was fresh. It was different when it comes to singing. Had this J. Cole was like they say they call him the heart. Like J. Cole he was, the humble, the more relatable, you could relate to him. And Kendrick brought that same feel, the relatability, but also had good storytelling and bringing you in, being engaged. So it's like it's some stuff about some artists that some people just don't have it. Like Joey put out a dope ode to the golden era of hip hop. Like that's a double-edged sword, B. Because you grab some older people, you grab some people that love that. But then what else you gonna do when you try to go mainstream or try to put out this music? People be like, don't like it. This not the Joey I like. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes, bro, when you come out as an artist, bro, you got to be marketed in a really good way. Or like the music has to portray that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Big Sean, Wale, we love Wale. Dope albums. But look at Wale, look what he did. He burnt a lot of industry bridges, bro. He get upset, go blasting, going crazy on Complex, Twitter rants, phone calls. Just didn't stick around like that. And he had hits, B. Wale got
huge
hits.
hit. Huge.
He got
hits that
hits.
still somewhat play to this day.
Yes. But it's like people forgot about him. I think that just is what it is, man. Look what Joey album, bro. Nigga put out Super Flea. You think you Pharrell? Like, you think you knew Neptunes? You think you Fabulous? Like, who are you, Joey? I don't know who Joey is. Like, a lot of these artists is just like, what's the story behind you? Like, I don't know. Some of these artists just don't have it, B. And not saying it's bad. I'm just saying you're just gonna get lost in the sauce. Every generation is gonna have it. SoundCloud, the two guys that was bigging up in SoundCloud, they dead. The tail end was Juice, Triple X. Who else? Who's the SoundCloud? You got Yachty,
Lil Uzi.
Look, like Yachty's still trying to stay around because he's getting his little writing, he's doing little stuff. But Uzi, look what they doing to Uzi, B. They like turn their back on Uzi.
Cardi.
Playboy Cardi has a resurgence because he reinvented himself. Because when Cardi reinvented himself, he started his whole thing. Cardi this year was his biggest selling album. He's at the top of his career right now, touring with Weeknd. He doing all type of stuff. See, he's different. He came to he did something different. And then actually a young kids cling to it. And now he has all these minions of his. Even with Chief Keef put a lot of impact on the game. But one thing about Chief Keef one thing about him is like Kanye West pulled Chief Keef up to like the mainstream, but I feel like he couldn't withstand that. He couldn't sustain that flame he had because I think the environment he had to get away from. Not saying he didn't put out nothing great after that, but Chief Keef had to remove himself from Chicago. Because we might not have Chief Keef still alive from there. Because I feel like, and I'm not trying to say his music not good no more because he's not back where he from. But I'm trying to say is sometimes when you back home and you have that surroundings and it just creates a different energy and authenticity. Like think about Lil Durk. Well, Lil Durk was still in the Chicago streets and he had more of a relevancy than Chief Keef.
A longer one at that.
Think about it because of the streets, because what Lil Durk was still connected to. That actually boosted him. Even though he had collaborations with Drake, he's everywhere. He doing his melodic thing. But I feel like Chief Keef removed himself away from that life when it comes to the environment because he had to. Now, they didn't even want him back in town no more. I think got banned or whatever. But he finally went back like a few years back. But I don't know. I just feel like certain stuff like that kind of affects your journey. It's more than just the fans too. It's things that happen in your life. But I know it's sad, B, but the blog era is over, bro. It's been over for the last goddamn 10 years. A little over
I
that.
just meant the last thing, the last artist.
Of the artists, yeah.
Because at
Big
least, like I
Sean's,
said, some of those artists, they had some big songs during the SoundCloud era. They had
That's
some
true.
songs then.
Yeah, they
But
did.
now it's like this whole new TikTok era, it's over with.
It's oversaturated.
Glorillaz. I
Yeah.
agree. It is not good saturation where it's like, oh, there's so many artists and they're all doing something different. There's someone for everybody. Now it's multiple people for one person, but it's like, okay, who does this better than this person over here?
Yeah, because you got to also look at it like with TikTok, the labels looking at TikTok and they going with these numbers and they thinking that the kids or all this traction is going to TikTok, we should sign this artist over here. All this virality. You know, look, that's how we got a Jello Ball album. This nigga is signed by Def Jam. Where he at? Nobody talked about his album. We don't even know how much his album sold. He was just a property of theirs. They just used him for that. He was hot for like 3 weeks.
He was a meme coin.
He was mean, B. He was a meme himself. We was laughing at you and got you a record deal. You went viral for 3 weeks and we got you a record deal. That's the type of, like, that can happen more now than how it was back in the day. Like, you go viral, maybe you'll become famous. But now you can come anybody, bro. We got a girl that went viral for saying how she gonna spit on the dick. Podcast. Now she out of there. She killed her career, but like, come on, man. It's I don't know, man. I feel like hip hop is gonna be hip hop to the point where I talked about how it's so simple to get in. It's very acceptable. Like, we accept all type of different people. Like, you can make a hit song from your closet. This is how the labels, the industry can play with hip hop. It's easy to entry. It's easy. You actually don't even need a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain stuff you can do with hip hop that you can't do other genres. Sometimes you got to have more talent in a lot of other genres. Sometimes you got to know how to sing, play instruments, play as a band. But
know how to write a song well.
Know how to write a song. But like with rapping, you get on there and get you a mic, you rap. Sometimes you could dumb it down. You could be lyrical. You could do this. Like, for it to be so simple, it could be so you can get it in so many other ways. And I think it's gonna hurt us, and that's why I believe hip hop been around so long. How much we've been saying hip hop is dead in the mainstream and it's still alive, I feel like that's the scary part. Do hip hop should be around this long, B? Or are they just playing with us? They just using us.
Well, they are using us, of course. I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know,
This
man.
is a scary time we in. Especially with the whole AI artist.
Yeah.
$3 million deal.
Yeah.
And 3 M's.
That's crazy. I'm like, should I make an AI artist? I'm saying, like they got an AI rock band. Right? They got an AI rock band, B. I forgot some Sundowns, something like that. Yeah.
You just got to know how to write a song at this point.
Man, be willing to just, I don't know, just sell out, I guess. I don't know. I just ain't do it. I just can't do that. I can't just sign my way, like just give myself away for like some AI stuff just for some money, bro. Maybe, hold on, let me rephrase that. Maybe for the right amount of money.
Everything got a price, B?
Hold on. Everybody got their number, bro. Everybody got a price. So I started thinking, you throw the right type of M's, I might.
But shoot, you throw me AM. AM.
Yeah. And another thing about hip hop artists, bro, most of singers, yeah, but like mostly hip hop artists come from, bad backgrounds, the money they needed.
Poverty.
They rap poverty. They it's easy to manipulate us. It's easy to get us to sign away our masters and our rights and stuff like this because do 360 deals. You know, some of us do need those, but it's just like it's easier to get a kid off the streets that's like ain't had nothing and I'm rapping and people liking it and this label want to throw all this money at me. Like, why would I say no? I come from nothing. I'm trying to help all my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help my mom. I'm trying to help my granny. I'm trying to help my cousins, my boys. I'm bringing them all along. It's the same game. It's the same cycle. Like we all know about all these stories. We know about the industry, about all these rappers that got misused by these labels, but we still do the same thing. But you can't blame them. It's just a cycle, bro. It's just how it is. It's life. It's sad though, B. It's sad.
I agree.
And I know we veered off a little bit off the topic, but the blog era, bro, is gone, B. the rappers,
The
they
whole
just
internet era, the
you say
internet
what?
era. I said I think the internet era because look at what Uzi did.
Yeah.
The interest for him is gone. There's only like two handful amount of people from the blog era and the SoundCloud era that are still reigning supreme today.
Yeah.
And there's not really many from the SoundCloud era.
I think we just need a reset, which is impossible in a way because, you know, it's just life. You know, we can't just press the reset button. But if you think about it, we used to be in a point of time where it wasn't much information released and out. I feel like a lot of us, yes, we still ignorant, but it's a lot of people with so much information. So many algorithms out there. Sometimes they could keep us in one algorithm or, you know, now it's so many. It's artists out there that's so big, I never heard of. Millions of listeners, never heard of them. It's oversaturated. It's just so much. It's like when your mom get on Facebook. You get what I'm saying? Old people on TikTok be. I was like, now everybody have access to everything. It's you can't. It's like with streaming. Like they have it's like a streaming bubble, like it's popping, right? So many people, you can't listen to all this stuff at once. That's why when we listen to music, B, you brought up Mick Jenkins. I forgot I listened to his album. I bought his album off Even. I tried to send it to you, but we can't get local files on there. Dope album. But I forgot to talk about it in the What We Jamming section. Even though I didn't listen to much music this week, but I still forgot about it. It's so much. And it's like our media diet, we have too much. We're listening to podcasts, we watching TV, we doing podcasts, we redoing all this stuff, bro. That I think is just we need a reset. We need a society reset. Like from all this stuff. I just feel like it's so much going on.
Yeah, and it seems like there's this push to go back to retro, like how some people are trying to go back to getting MP3 players or iPods. That way you can have your music all on one thing.
Yeah.
But then it's like, and also, you know, a lot of artists selling physical media where it comes to CDs, cassettes, vinyl. But the problem is all these things are choices and people choosing not to do it. People choosing not to participate. They don't want to. I said it before, B. Nothing will ever beat streaming. Why would I pay $30 for one album when I could pay $10.99 a month
and get
for
everything
every
I
single
want
album
in my phone?
The game is cooked because we have the choice to go back. We have it. We can support it. But those people are the niche now. People complain that they want it. No one's supporting it. Why these album sales, physical wise, ain't surpassing the streaming numbers? We're going to an all digital era where we own nothing.
And you look at the numbers, the numbers not even accurate if you think about it. It always say streaming and like pure sales. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do that now? It's like, what do this mean? Pure sales, streaming. Like it's just not the same. I think we it's so much stuff like we over complicating things. Nothing is black and white. Like, what is this? What is going on? Like, how could I get, like you said, how could I get the consumer to go back to going, you know, to buying the artist merch, to buying the artist music, and I like you said, get everything for $10 in this phone. Like we made it so easy to do everything now. It's so crazy, dog. I don't know. I don't like it. Like I use this phone here for my iPod. You know what I'm saying? I use it as an iPod. But B, why do I want to keep this device around me all the time when I just have everything in one? It's all right here. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. Only one thing to get back on the blog era, like I said, with the rappers and how our artists we love, they just dying down. They was B tier B. They just was lower artists, and it's sad to say they didn't connect with the. It's always just a few. It's always just a few. Look at Nas, hip hop legend. Him, Jay-Z, and Nas was the guys, right? Who was the one that if Jay-Z dropped the album, it's selling close to 100?
Well, my coworker told me that there's no one interested in the Jay-Z album. But he also includes posthumous albums when we talking about discographies.
All right. It's 20-year-olds, bro, that's looking for Jay-Z album. Shout out to the JTN. The little homies, they way younger than us. They want a Jay-Z album. So, what are they talking about, man? It's certain artists that's just, they go, like, bro, people talk about Nas. They talk about Nas like nobody want to listen to Nas. Like, like I'm just saying, B, they don't do that with Jay-Z. Jay-Z older than Nas, I believe. Jay-Z been around for a while, bro. Nas been around longer, but Jay-Z been around for a minute. And he don't get that same like people, nobody want to live Jay-Z album. Jay-Z old, like he don't get that type of rhetoric thrown at him. It's just some artists transcended, bro. So
I was trying to look up right now what King's Disease sold in its first week. King's Disease 3 to be specific.
Yeah.
29,000 album equivalents. 8,500 in pure album sales.
Yeah. B. Nobody want to listen to that. That's what I'm saying. And it's Nas. God MC, right? Nobody want to listen to Rakim.
Oh yeah, we know because we reviewed it last year.
I'm just saying. It's only a few artists that's left that you can that's gonna get the numbers.
Hip hop has become a monopoly. That's all I've been thinking. It's become a monopoly. Only a few people could really monetize off of it and be super successful. And they ain't even got a tour. Acts like Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, and all them, Future, Travis, they ain't got a tour. They could drop the music and be good just off the music alone.
Because artists don't even make music off streaming and stuff. They make music off like merch and touring. That's how they make their money. And if you're not buying my albums, I don't have no fan base. I can't really do the numbers and see what I'm gonna do these shows. How I'm gonna make my money? I think that was the whole fight with Ab Soul now. And now he's going on tour again with Joey and Rhapsody. I don't know. I think it's not the same no more. Remember how we was like, how Ab Soul can't get a tour? Thinking of friend like how much we know Ab Soul and them move around, he got fans. But like a lot of them guys, most of them not going to shows. Probably a lot of people like, man, I don't even listen to Ab Soul no more. I don't even listen to music like that no more. That's how it comes in our age group, B. Most people we have conversations on the timeline not our age. They're younger than us. Most of our people making red pill content now. They talking about relationships and sports. They ain't talking about music. Hip hop is childish to people, which sucks. But it is what it is, man. It's cooked, B.
It is.
It's cooked, man.
But B, you want to go on to this last topic?
Nah, we too down. I'll talk about it next week. Yeah, because we also going for a while. We just hit 2 hours.
All right, it's time to wrap the show up. Then.
Yeah,
very, very good talks. This is the end of the show, guys. Shout out to 4 and the Potty Mouth. and all the PMs. Shout out to 4 for coming on, having some good music talks with us, because we actually talk about the music over here. The most consistent hip hop show that you'll see on the platform of YouTube or wherever you're listening and watching this itself. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, and B, before we head out, you got anything you want to say? Last closing note.
Hey yo, first of all, keep music creative, innovate. But I gotta talk to you, Arch Manning. Yeah, we beat Sam Houston State. Who is Sam Houston State? You all showboating, looking down at other of the ops. You running in, doing your little touchdown. You feeling it. You feeling the energy. But nigga, this means nothing. It's Sam Houston State. Sam. Really? They was already 0-3. These people not even in our league. But I'll never forget that performance you did with San Jose. You was all right first half. But that UTEP performance, nigga, I'm not getting it up. Bro, you better come harder, bro. It's getting harder for you. We got Oklahoma coming up in the next few weeks. Florida, bro, I'm not playing with you. Arch, step it up.
Pause.
What happened, bro? What'd I say?
Nah. You said it's getting harder for you. You gotta come harder. I'm like, B, you gonna watch the playback, you gonna see my face just hit it. I'm like, and then you start doubling down on the harder.
No, we're talking about the sport of college football right now, B. Come on. Relax.
Hey, it is what it is. They be pausing each other every few sentences. The pauses don't escape because of sports. The pauses become more prevalent when the sports talk starts coming on.
Mace,
oh yeah, he's a big man. What?
Man, it makes me like, hey yo, hey, yo.
And then don't even get me started on Michael Irvin. He be
Michael
wilding on there.
Michael Irvin's a sick pup, bro. He be wilding, bro, for real. But nah, man, Arch, I'm telling you, bro, come harder, bro. We waiting.
Calling the man Arch and telling him to come harder is still crazy.
My last I ain't telling him statement. I'm not telling him to arch his back.
See, I didn't say it all. What?
Oh my God.
My last closing statements. Destroy Lonely, this is for you. Put the goddamn mic down. Give it a rest. I thought you was the one. If Looks to Kill came out, I'm like, all right. Long Last Forever, whatever that album was we reviewed last year. Okay. This album, Broken Hearts 3, wrap it up. Just like I am this episode. This has been another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. My name is Chase the Dark Sage.
I'm T.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.